In the year 1919, a 12-year-old boy learns to make bhujia from his aunt in the streets of Bikaner, but starts selling it for just 2 pies. Completely unaware that this bhujia will one day become the foundation of a business empire worth thousands of crores, and one day his name Haldiram will be printed on millions of bhujia packets sold all over the world. This is the story of India's biggest snack king brand. Haldiram was born in a poor family in Bikaner in 1908. His grandfather used to sell bhujia in his small shop in Bhujia Market, and Haldiram was very interested in bhujia since childhood. That is why, at the age of just 12, he mastered the bhujia making process by working hard for hours every day, and very soon, he started sitting regularly in his grandfather's shop. But he was not satisfied with just earning some extra money from bhujia like his grandfather. He wanted to expand his business. The bhujia that Haldiram was selling was made from gram flour, but he noticed that people of Rajasthan liked moth dal very much. People there used moth dal in many dishes. That is why Haldiram also started making his bhujia by mixing moth dal with gram flour. People found his new bhujia very delicious and became an instant hit, but he did not stop here. He realized that his current bhujia was very thick and soft, but if they make it thin and crispy, the eating experience of the customers will become very satisfying. To achieve this, they first had to make their batter thin and also needed a mesh with holes smaller than a standard mesh so that thin bhujia could be made from it. They got the perfect mesh, made by working with many mesh makers in the market, and also tried many iterations of their batter. Finally, after many months of experimentation, they made a perfectly thin and crispy bhujia. This new bhujia increased sales exponentially, but Haldiram's innovation was not limited to just the recipe of bhujia. Turns out Haldiram was secretly a branding genius too. There were many other shops in the market that sold bhujia, but Haldiram wanted the importance of their bhujia in the minds of the customers to be many times more than a normal bhujia. Haldiram knew that Maharaja Dangal Singh was the most popular Maharaja of Bikaner and people respected him a lot, so Haldiram named his bhujia Dangar Sev after Maharaja Dangar Singh. With the name of Maharaja, his bhujia became different from all the normal bhujia, and it also got a premium positioning. With this new branding, he also increased the prices, and the customers also happily accepted that price. In the next few years, Haldiram, along with his 2 brothers, had established the business quite well, and now at the age of 36, he also had a wife and 3 sons. Everything was going very well for Haldiram, who had risen from extreme poverty, when in 1944, a big twist came in his life. Relations between the ladies of the house started deteriorating. Things got so bad that finally Haldiram had to leave the house and separate. But the problem was this. Along with the house, Haldiram was also separated from the business. The business which Haldiram had built with all his heart and soul. Today he did not get a single penny from the same business. And overnight, he was left on the road with his family. But due to responsibilities, he did not have any time to be emotional. Haldiram started to handle himself and look for work as soon as possible. One day, while looking for work in the market, someone called his name. When Haldiram turned around, a childhood friend of his was standing behind him. This friend of his had returned to Bikaner after many years. Haldiram told him everything about his situation. Years ago, Haldiram had helped his friend by giving him 200 rupees, and fortunately, he had not forgotten this favor. He returned 100 rupees to Haldiram the same day, and this 100 rupees proved to be a lifeline for Haldiram. First of all, he took a small house on rent for his family and then started thinking of business ideas. His wife, Shampa Devi, used to make very delicious mung dal, and mung dal was a staple dish for the people of Bikaner. Then did he decide to do business of mung dal? With the remaining money, he bought mung dal, spices, and other items, and started a business. He also set up the kitchen. Both of them would wake up early in the morning and prepare mung dal, and then Haldiram would roam around the market all day selling it to local workers and office workers. In a short time, he started selling his original passion, i.e. bhujia, along with moong dal. Due to hard work, taste, and quality, he got a loyal customer base, and in a short time, he collected money to rent a small shop. In a short time of opening the shop, the news spread in the market that Haldiram and his Dangar apples are now back. People started lining up in his shop, and in no time, Haldiram became the local bhujia king again. For the next few years, Haldiram focused completely on growing this store only. But then, in 1950, something happened, which proved to be a big turning point for him. Haldiram had gone to Kolkata for the wedding of a friend's daughter. There he made bhujia for all the guests, and when he saw the reaction of the guests after eating bhujia, he was quite surprised. They liked bhujia so much that they were not only praising it, but also giving bulk orders to Haldiram. Haldiram understood that expanding his business in Kolkata was a huge opportunity, especially because there was no major competition there that sold bhujia. In 1955, Haldiram sent his younger son, Rameshwar Lal, and his eldest grandson, 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭, to set up the business in Kolkata. Here too, they started with a small house and a shop of only 8 square feet. The beginning was slow, but his business started growing in eventually Kolkata due to word of mouth, and soon he started selling 100 to 200 kilograms of bhujia a day, 1.5 kilograms. Also, to attract Bengalis, he launched a snack called Bengali mixture, according to the local taste, which became quite successful. In the next 12 years, his shop grew from 8 square feet to 25 square feet, and the business was also doubling every year. Being a big city, the business of Kolkata branch had now become bigger than Bikaner branch. By 1968, all 3 sons of Haldiram were settled. His elder son, Mulchand, took over the Bikaner business. Sati Das had separated from the family and opened independent shops, and Rameshwar Lal was running the Kolkata business. Seeing this, Haldiram took semi-retirement from the business, and he used to visit only occasionally to supervise the business. The business was already going well, but what happened after this was going to prove to be a golden chapter in Haldiram's business journey. Haldiram's eldest grandson, 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭, who was working with his uncle in the Kolkata business till now, decided to open a branch of Haldiram in Nagpur in 1968. On coming to Nagpur, 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 saw that the people there loved sweets like balusha, Gujarati peda, Mysore pak, and laddu. Meaning, the people there loved sweets a lot, but till now they had not got much exposure to sweets from the rest of India. Seeing this opportunity, 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 started selling his favorite kaju katli along with bhujia in Nagpur. Initially, customers were hesitant to buy it, so 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 started offering free samples to his customers. Once they tasted it, people started going crazy about kaju katli, and the demand skyrocketed. Seeing this success, 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 started offering sweets like malai laddu, rasgulla, and rasmalai, and this was the beginning of Haldiram's journey to become the biggest player in the Indian sweet industry. By 1971, 2 outlets of Haldiram had opened in Nagpur, but 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 did not want to stop here. One day, 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 went to a restaurant named Kirti, which opened his eyes. That restaurant offered only dosa and lassi, and there was always a crowd of customers there. This is where 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 got the idea. Haldiram had to understand the market to convert a shop into a restaurant. He came to know that people in Maharashtra love South Indian dishes like dosa and idli. Now he wanted to offer Bikaner's popular snacks like samosa and kachori in his restaurant. But before that, he had to bring customers to his restaurant. That is why he started with the same dishes that were in demand, i.e. dosa and idli. 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 opened a 130-seater restaurant, and very soon, all the seats in his restaurant were occupied. Seeing this, he doubled his seating capacity, and also added samosa and kachori to the menu. Customers who used to come to eat dosa and idli, 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 used to ask them to try samosa and kachori, and the same thing happened now as happened with Kaju Katli. Once the customer tasted samosas and kachori, most of them became his regular customers. In the next few years, Haldiram's had multiple outlets in Nagpur, and thus Haldiram's grew from a bhujia business to an Indian snacks, sweets, and restaurant business in Nagpur. In 1975, Rameshwar Lal of the Kolkata branch separated from the family business structure and became independent. An agreement was made according to which Rameshwar Lal would not do business outside West Bengal and Mulchand, and his sons would not enter West Bengal. By this time, Haldiram's Nagpur branch was doing very well, but Shiv Krishna had bigger plans in mind. He wanted to expand in a city that was going to make Haldiram a national-level brand, and that city was the capital of India, Delhi. To expand in Delhi, 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 chose his younger brother, Manohar Lal. Manohar Lal was working in the Bikaner business till then, and 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 saw a lot of potential in him. In 1982, Manohar Lal came to Delhi with his younger brother Madhusudan and saw that Chandni Chowk was full of famous snack vendors. He had never seen so much competition in his life, but the good thing was that along with competition, there was also a lot of demand. Manohar Lal bought a place for his shop with the help of 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 and started the business in 1983. For the next 1 year, he worked day and night to build his reputation in the market and started breaking even when a big tragedy happened to him. The terrible anti-Sekharites of 1984 scorched Delhi, and during this time, Manohar Lal's workshop and house also burned down. For the next 2 months, Haldiram's business in Delhi had come to zero, but Manohar Lal did not give up. He took financial help from Nagpur and Bikaner and acquired a new 300 square feet workshop in Delhi and restarted the business. The reputation he had built proved to be very useful, and the business started picking up again. In the next few years, he not only expanded his current workshop, but also established a new factory of 2,000 square feet and opened new outlets. The business was growing continuously, but despite all this, Haldiram was still a medium-sized local business. But 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐭 and Manohar Lal wanted Haldiram to become a world-class consumer brand. People of every household in India should consume their products. They saw that after liberalization, brands like PepsiCo, Kellogg's, and Nestle have started selling convenience foods in India, basically packaged or ready-to-eat food. But Haldiram spotted a huge gap here. All these foreign brands were investing thousands of crores in marketing packaged food of Western culture to Indians. But at that time, no brand was selling Indian snacks in packaging with long shelf life. Seeing this opportunity, Haldiram first started selling its products like Bikaner, bhujia, and aloo bhujia in nitrogen packaging, which increased their shelf life from a few days to a few months. Due to this new packaging, Haldiram's business was no longer limited to Nagpur or Delhi. Now people could buy Haldiram's bhujia in the smallest of towns in India. After the launch, customers responded very well to these products, and so Haldiram's diversified its packaged food segment into rasgulla, sawan papdi, pickles kachori, and even bhelpuri. Soon, Haldiram's started selling more than 400 packaged food items. To target customers with different purchasing power, they offered their products in different pack sizes. For example, small packs of many of their products are available for just 5 rupees, and large packs go up to 200 rupees plus. Also, they knew that snacks are an impulsive purchase, so Haldiram's made their packaging attractive by using color psychology, and finally, to reach every corner of India, Haldiram's onboarded more than 100 distributors and lakhs of retailers. Due to these strategies, today people in almost every household in India eat Haldiram's snacks, and even in more than 80 countries like US, Singapore, and UK, Haldiram is one of the most popular Indian snacks brands. About 100 years ago, Haldiram started by selling bhujia for 2 paise, and today the same Haldiram has done a business of more than 9,000 crores. The story of Haldiram proves that by delighting the customers, constantly innovating your products, and changing yourself from time to time, you can build any big business, no matter how small the beginning is.